We wanted to run, we wanted to fall together. Back then our world seemed so clear. We were so bright, shimmering lights around us. We'd take flight into the sky. How many worlds would you cross to use?
Alright, second attempt. Good morning everyone. It is 10:47 and I'm on my way to the A10 Center, which is like a little bit outside of Berlin, but it's nice because it's quite a massive shopping mall. Let's say massive in terms of for German sort of standards. Nothing compared to Asia, but anyway, I need to go to Nike and actually kit myself out because I'm going back to London, as you guys know, since yesterday, which I'm really excited about. And I'm going to talk about this now in more detail. Alright, so let's talk about London. The reason why I'm going back is pretty straightforward. Like I told you guys, I'm transitioning to sort of online. I wanted to just make my living through online, but to be fair, at the moment it's not that easy because, you know, my channel isn't that big. It's like 15,000, which for me is like great. But in terms of earning a living from YouTube, guys, you know, you need 150,000 or 300,000, 400,000, 500,000 people as followers to be able to sustain a sort of normal living, right? That just on the side. Then also you need to sell your programs and so on and so forth. But I'm not a hard salesperson, as you know. I'm not always pushing you to buy stuff. It's just that, you know, this is stuff which will take time. I'm very much aware of that. So therefore, I saved some money throughout my personal training business before, but I'm not comfortable with that. I'm not comfortable with money going out of my account, and I know that, you know, the money I'm earning through YouTube and let's say affiliate sales and through Patreon and all that stuff, which I'm very, very grateful for, don't get me wrong, but it barely sort of, Patreon is like $63 a month, which is great, but it's, you know, just think about it, it's not a lot of money. So I barely break even every month at the moment, and that's something I decided I don't want to be in that situation because I also want to upgrade on some cameras and stuff and so on. So I just decided to say I'm going to go back to London. I'm going to go back into my one-to-one business, but in a different way, which I will talk about later on in the video. Because my clients also asked me, which I had in London, said, Mark, when are you coming back? And we really want to train with you, which I'm very, very pleased, and, you know, I'm very grateful that people actually value this kind of training and actually value me as a trainer, which is awesome. And yeah, so that's what I decided to do. I'm gonna go back to London in 2 weeks time, and then I'm gonna start doing some one-to-one personal training with some select people over there. And then at the same time, I'm gonna still keep up all the vlogging and all the stuff I'm doing here on YouTube as well, to try to build that on the side. I don't know, you know, I'm not a millionaire. I don't have anyone who pumps money into my ass and says, Mark, here, you can do whatever you want. I just want to be honest, like I am with my fitness stuff and my food and everything. I'm sort of very, very transparent here on YouTube, and I want to do that the same way with my business and the way I earn money and so on and so forth. It's not that I want to rub anything into your face and, you know, like other people do that, but, you know, this is how it is. I'm a real person. I have to work for money. I have to make my living. So that's what life is about, right? It's about getting a balance in every sort of state. And then the other thing is, I fucking love London. I think London is amazing. London is such a cool city. I also love Berlin, but to be honest, I'm getting a bit bored here. Because, yeah, I think London has more opportunities in so many ways. And it's also, I think, more interesting for you guys to watch. Just let me know if that's true. Do you like the vlogs in London more, or do you like the vlogs more in Germany? Just give me sort of a hint which ones you like more. That would be actually quite interesting to know. I'm here in the A10 Center. It's like 11:30 and I'm going to be going to Nike over there because I need some more stuff in terms of clothes for my personal training business. So that's what I'm going to do now. I didn't find anything. It's such a small shop, so I'm probably going to need to buy some stuff in London, but it doesn't matter. I mean, I'm just basically browsing around. Yeah, you can see that this is quite wide space for people to walk, which is very uncommon for a shopping center. Most of the time it's narrow, more narrow. Let's see what else we can find. So I actually went to Karstadt, which is a different shop, not Nike, and I found a Under Armour shirt, Under Armour pants, and Adidas pants, which I'm going to show you when I'm going to get home. Now I'm going to do some reading, and I ordered some eggs as well and a coffee, so I have a little bit of a break now. All right, I found them. Four packages of blueberries and 2 avocados. Interestingly, this is 125 grams, €3 one packet, which is quite expensive. But the thing is, in Germany, which is actually quite good, especially in this area here in Berlin, if this is not in season anymore, you don't get them anymore. Meaning, you know, obviously every fruit and vegetable has a season when you get them, like cherries and blueberries and so on. But in the UK, there is no season because you can get blueberries all year round, organic, non-organic, whatever you're looking for. The cashier just said, "Wow, you still got some blueberries." I said, "Yeah, you know." I know, these are probably not organic, but it doesn't matter at the moment, I still need some. Now, the difference between organic and non-organic fruits are most of the time that the organic ones have less sugar inside of them, because the organic ones, the non-organic ones, which are, you know, made in the lab, they are made to taste better, therefore they have sometimes more sugar inside. And, you know, obviously also some vitamins and minerals, but try to get your stuff always organic. And I don't have to talk about avocados. This is one of the superfoods on this planet. So tonight I'll have one of those, and I have 1 packet a day. So I've got 4 days worth of blueberries. Interesting, right? Okay, so it's 3:30 and I'm back home. I put on these sheets onto the wall. I don't know if you can see them, but I can write on them. It's like a big blackboard for me, where I then use these markers and I chuck down ideas I have, because the thing is, it is good to take care of yourself, not only physically and in terms of what you're eating, but also mentally. You need to know where you're going in life. And sometimes I feel for myself at the moment, like I said, loads is going on, I'm going to London, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. If I don't figure out certain things, then I really get stuck. And at the moment I feel like I'm at a point where I'm sort of stuck, and that's why I take time to get my thoughts onto the wall, and then I can see them in front of me, and then I can jiggle them around and, you know, do stuff like that. And you know, I was reading this book called How to Be Fucking Awesome from Dan Meredith, I think. And he suggests some techniques he uses to be fucking awesome. So I thought, why not use them? I mean, I'm not using all of them, I'm just using stuff I learned during the years myself, and then obviously the books I'm reading. So once I figure that shit out, I'll share it with you. And what else I do is I play like motivational sort of sounds and music and, you know, stuff that keeps you thinking. But this can be different for sort of everyone. So you have to get yourself into a state of creativity, of well-being, of, you know, just being yourself. Be the person who you are. And by the way, I'm drinking tea. I'm drinking, it's called Moringa tea, because one of you guys actually said, "Hey Mark, do you know what Moringa is?" And I was laughing because I'm drinking this tea more or less every night, but I never shared this with you. You always know that I'm drinking coffee, but I also drink Moringa tea. So if you want to know more about it, leave a comment box below or punch the like button. I'll share some information on that as well. But for now, let's get on with it.
To the stars, we'll ride away from all the wars, close the doors and disappear again. And I don't know how many times.
So if you want to know how much time you've got left on this planet to do what you're meant to do, or to do what you want to do in life, there's a really cool tool I want to share with you. And the way it works is you draw like a little square like this, and you partition it until you have sort of 90 squares. The reason 90 is because the normal life expectancy of a person in the UK is 85, but I just assumed with, you know, medicine and so on, it's 90. So that's why, you know, if you want to live until you're 90 years old, for example, that's how it works. Then all you do is you color in every bracket, so you've lived, how long you've lived so far, which is for me 36. And then as of 65, you know, the last, you know, 65 is when most people retire. That is sort of the time until 90 years old. You probably don't have the drive as you have when you're a young person, and it's the time you actually want to enjoy life. And once you color that all in, the white bit in the middle is what you've left, what you've got left in your life to do what you want to do. And actually looking at this, I'm like, fuck, that doesn't look that much anymore, right? It's like, it's just as much as I've already lived. So I think it's really good sort of meta perspective onto your life of looking, you know, if you have to grab it by the balls, that's what I always say. Try to really make a difference now. And this sort of gives you the angle of what is really going on. So if you want to be a millionaire, if you want to buy a house, if you want to drive a car, if you want to have a girlfriend, if you want to, I don't know, help 10,000 people, if you want to study medicine, whatever you want to do, this shows you how much time you've got left. And yeah, I've just done that, and it's just like, I'm a visual person, meaning I need to look at things that it makes a difference for me. This is just one tool I'm using at the moment. I'm going to share more once I've, you know, written everything down, but I thought this might be helpful for you too. I'm sort of still working on, you know, figuring stuff out for myself. Now, the thing is, I can share some tools and techniques with you, but I'm not sure if it is something you want to know. So if so, please leave a like here, leave a comment in the comment box below. I can share loads of strategies of how you can, you know, sort of perfect your life and move forward. Or if you're sort of stuck and you don't know what to do, you're not alone. You know, it's not like life is over and oh my god, I don't know what to do. There is just, sometimes you need to take time for yourself and you need to ask the right question, and then this question triggers thinking or a thought process, provokes something in your head, and it doesn't mean to say you get the answer right now, because a question like, so what's your purpose in life? And you're like, I don't know. You know, it might be too big of a question, but you can break that question down. I'm also reading this book I wanted to share with you. It is Nima Taleb Revised the Science of Aging, and she uses like Chinese medicine and stuff, because your face is sort of the mirror of your inside of your body, which is great. Also, the Chinese already knew that, and she wrote a whole book about it. She actually practices in London. So that's a really interesting book. I might give you some insights into that as well later once I read it. But yeah, I mean, that's sort of what I'm up to today. So if you like this kind of stuff, you know what to do. Punch the like button, punch the subscribe button. See you guys tomorrow. Updated my form already a little, which you will be able to download after 30 days, which makes it much easier to use in the gym, because I figured that when I'm using it on the iPad, right? So when I do my reps, I put them in straight into the iPad. I'm using just the